Hi there and welcome to another video. I'm Raluca. Today I'm gonna show you my daily 5 minutes makeup that I do for work. And this is it. Very soft, very demure I might say. Very suitable for the office as well as being pretty quick. I don't guarantee that this is gonna be 5 minutes, sort of 5-10 depending on the day and how quick I am. Also, I use no foundation today, as well as all of the products that I use are from the drugstore, so let's get into it. So usually I'm starting my routine with a clear brow gel, and I've been trying some really nice ones recently. I think I'm gonna do a separate video comparing them. They're all from the drugstore, but one of them which has really been working well for me, it's the Superlock by Maybelline. I think this is a newer one. I don't really fill in my brows. If you feel the need to do that, do it. For me, looking back on my pictures when I was doing my brows, like filling in with the pencil and stuff, it always looks like too much. I think my brows are pretty thick already, pretty full, so I don't really fill in. I just set them into place with a clear brow gel. So the way I do it is I brush the gel through my brows, doing this little back and forth to make sure that every brow is coated, and then I brush them in the desired shape. And trust me, this never happens to me. Like, brushing them and holding them up like that so effortlessly. Like I said, I have thick brows, they're very stubborn. That's why for the past years I used to use hair gel, like actual hair gel on my brows, not brow gel. But I feel like this is very promising. I sort of lost all hope in brow gels, but I'm regaining it. Moving on to my face, so most days at the office I don't wear foundation, I just wear concealer. Kind of depends on the day and how much time I have on hand, but usually it's just a 5-10 minutes makeup look, and I try to exclude as many steps as I can, so I make it a little bit quicker. So no foundation for me, not today. But what I do, I conceal my under eyes as well as some spots that I might have on the face. Like for today I have this one on my chin. So what I do is I use a little bit of concealer that resembles my skin tone on the pimples. For me that would be the Infallible 24-hour More Than Concealer from L'Oreal. This is the shade Cashmere. And I'm just gonna apply a tiny dot of that on my little pimple, and I'm gonna tap it again, attempting to take out as many steps as I can and just make it quicker. I don't really use a sponge because that would include me washing the sponge each morning, which takes a little bit of time. Instead, I just blend the concealer with my finger. And for my under eyes, a product that I really like recently is the Pro Fix Stick from NYX. This lasts really well, so 8 hours of office, absolutely no issues with this one. It doesn't crease, it's a little bit more natural, so it doesn't cover as much. It does brighten nicely, and it sort of has like a medium coverage, let's say. And I use both the corrector and the concealer, so I'm using the pink one to correct and sort of brighten. I'm just applying it on the inner part of my under eyes because that's where I have the most darkness or sort of discoloration, let's say. And I'm gonna just blend it out with my finger. And the way I do it is I tap it, so it kind of resembles the motion that I would do with a sponge. Because with the sponge I don't drag the product around, so I don't do that with my finger either. I just tap it to blend it. And by the way, my skin is prepped. I mean, I have skincare on my face. Most of the time my skincare consists of a serum and moisturizer and an eye cream. In the morning I replace my regular moisturizer with SPF. So on top of my serum, I usually go with SPF directly. That's what I do each morning. I switch up the products. I don't use the same products all of the time. I like testing and trying out new stuff in both makeup and skincare. So I'm gonna move on to the Pro Fix Sticks in the shade Fair. I'm gonna use this one as a concealer, and I'm using it on my under eyes, and a little bit around my nose, and I think I'm gonna use a bit on my lid to sort of serve as a, to also cancel out the darkness on my lid, and it's gonna serve as a bit of an eyeshadow primer. I'm not gonna apply a lot of eyeshadow, but it's gonna be one or two colors. And again, tapping it with my finger. I'm just using the leftover on my nose again to sort of balance out the color. So that is my base, and I'm not gonna set just yet because I'm gonna apply more cream products. Most of my face makeup is gonna consist of cream products. So for my cream bronzer, I switch it up depending on the day, but one that I really love recently is the Revolution Cream Bronze, and I have here the shade Light. This blends very easily. It's it's just an easy to use product, and I'm using a setting brush from Real Techniques to apply it. I'm just going to take a little bit of the excess on my hand because this is very pigmented as well. So this is going to go underneath my cheekbone, a little bit on the temples here, kind of connecting it to the outer corner of my eye, underneath my nose, as well as on my jawline. I didn't apply any additional product. This is just what I initially picked up with the brush because I don't really want a lot of it. And another newer launch that I've been loving recently is the Maybelline Sunkisser. This is a cream blush, and I'm using the shade 1 Downtown Rush. This is beautiful. It has a peachy tone, it has a very liquid texture. It makes it very lightweight as well as very easy to blend out. This is sort of sheer in pigmentation. It does blend out very easily. I'm using a dense brush like this, sort of resembles a foundation brush. See how that just blended out like butter. And also, I'm not sure about this shade though, but most of this range has a little bit of shimmer in it, most of the shades in this range. This one in particular, from the ones that I've tried, this one is the most matte one. But yeah, keep in mind that most shades will have shimmers, and that's cool because I don't really apply highlighter on a daily basis. I'm gonna set the concealer into place just to make sure that it lasts throughout the day, and I'm using the Revolution baking powder in the shade Banana. Usually this is gonna be a little bit too dark for me, but considering the fact that the concealer is a bit too light, this will sort of balance out the tone. And I'm taking a bit out on my lid and picking it up on a small brush. This is an eyeshadow blending brush from Morphe. It's the Morphe M330. That's the kind of brush that I like using for my under eye concealing setting, because it allows me to get in all the areas, and also allows me to be sort of precise with where I apply the powder, because I don't powder my entire face. I'm just gonna make sure there are no creases before I set, because I don't want to set a crease into place. I want the area to be as smooth as possible. And then again, tapping motions, setting my entire under eye area, as well as bringing the powder a little bit down to set around my nose, sort of this areas where my pores are a little bit more visible, because the powder is gonna blur them out. Also, I'm gonna use it on my lid. And I love seeing this difference. See how this side is so smooth compared to the side that I didn't use powder on. That's amazing. And I don't really set my cheeks area, so that's gonna stay powder free because I have sort of a combination skin, combination to dry, so the center of my face is a little bit oilier Then my cheeks, I like having a little bit of glow on my cheeks, but if you have oily skin, you can set your entire face. Just go ahead and do whatever you need to do. My eyeshadow is pretty basic when I'm going to work. Considering the fact that my t-shirt has a green tone, I'm gonna use this shade. This is the Catrice, the Cozy Earth palette. Usually I just apply something at the base of my lashes to sort of like smoke it out. It's gonna be the softest smoky eye ever. So starting from the other corner and sort of placing it at an angle to elevate the other corner of my eye visually. And then after my brush is almost clean, so it doesn't have a lot of product on it, I just go around the edges to sort of blend it out a little bit better. And I apply the leftover on my lower lash line. This is usually my everyday go-to look, just one shade. And yeah, if I want to go that extra mile, I can take an angle brush and just concentrate this shade at the base of my lashes. Sort of make it a little bit more intense at the base to accentuate my lash line and sort of define my eye a little bit more. Some days, if I'm feeling like very extra, I will do an eyeliner as well. But usually it's that sort of a pencil liner. So I apply a pencil and just smoke it out a bit. And I actually think I'm gonna apply just a little bit of inner corner highlighter. So I'm gonna take this shimmer that I say and just pop that into the inner corner. I know a lot of people say that shimmers are not for daytime or for office, like for very everyday sort of casual events. I don't see it that way, so I have no problem wearing shimmers for this kind of a day occasion, let's say. I'm gonna set the face makeup with this infallible 3 seconds setting mist from L'Oreal. This is a step that I usually take, I usually don't, sort of depends, I don't know. Depends if I remember it, honestly. And then I'm gonna do my lashes and curl them and apply some mascara. I'm using my little lash curler. And I'm gonna be using the Telescopic Lift Waterproof Mascara, which is again from L'Oreal. For my lips, I sort of do the same thing most of the time, just a lip pencil and a gloss. That's how I do my lips when I'm going out as well as when I'm going to the office. Today's combo is going to be from NYX. This is like an amazing nude combo. I'm using the NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Beige with the NYX Fat Lip Drip Oil in the shade Living the Cream. Dude, this product is absolutely amazing. I love it. I love it so much. I use it on a daily basis. I have multiple shades of it. This is very comfortable on the lips, very hydrating, as well as adds a little bit of color. It just feels so good. I'm lining my lips. This is very similar to my lip color, so it's again gonna be pretty subtle. That is one lovely shade. I like how this looks on me. And I'm gonna finish off with the lip oil. See how this looks so dark in the packaging? Well, when you apply it, it's sort of sheer because it's kind of like a gloss, not extremely pigmented. So this is it, my 5 minutes, 5-10, I don't know. Depends on the day and how fast I am that morning. I have some mornings where I'm feeling a little bit more on the lazy side, so I move a little bit slower. It kind of depends. Usually 5-10 minutes tops. I really like this part of my day when I'm doing my makeup and getting ready for the day, so I hope this was useful. I'm gonna go to work. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!